Alright, we return. Via Victis, I guess. Those who are fallen. Woe them. Welcome back. It's the Roman Empire. It's time to stretch our wings a little bit. Let's move ourselves out of Italia and move into new lands. Zolfan Covenant is definitely something that I am very interested in. We're going to try to take some territory off of these guys. Let me also re-enable the hyperlane so we can actually see what we can get. I want this system. I want this system. I want this system. And if we can try to get this system, that'd be good. It's 208. Maybe if I can get a planet out of it, that'd be nice. Is there a planet in here? There's a colony in here. There's a colony in there. There's no... Oh, there's a colony in here as well. We're trying to get Asgard as well. So this basically means that we have 3 lines. So we need to watch out for all these FTL areas as well. A Devil's Maw would be a nice base of operations to push into. What's in here? Ancient mining drones. So let's try to get this as well. 288 should be... let's get Devil's Maw as well. So we've made those claims now. Do we have any armies? Let's take a look here. So I got my military fleet, 6.3k, which is fine. I do not have any armies as of right now. So let's go and fix that. We can do robotic assault armies. They do not affect moral damage. Collateral damage 100%. Collateral damage 150%. So let's build a couple of Robo Armies. Just get the ball rolling a little bit and then start repositioning our fleet. So our fleet is on standby over in this system. And they're looking pretty solid. Now what we're going to need to be doing here is actually split up our fleet in 3 segments. One needs to go up here to Mirzam, one needs to go to Trabalor, and one needs to go to Goldax. Now I do need to take some time to take a look at their fleet designs. So they're using mostly Disruptor and Laser. So they do a reduction to shield damage, but a increased armor damage. But they have a quite... Wait, they're doing using tier 1 shield? Hold on a second. Yeah, so their shields are tier 3, but their armor is garbage. So what we could do here is let's go quickly pop into our ship design. So we do a reduction to shield damage, actually. It would be optimal to use the opposite of that. So we do more shield damage rather than armor damage so that we can more effectively penetrate their hull and do it that way. So considering their armor is relatively strong, comparatively at least, and then we'll railguns here and 1 missile type of the Roarii, and then we'll do the same here. Plasma, reduction in shield damage. Let's just do railguns here because, like I said, their damage to that sort of stuff is... Okay, this is already set up, and this is just a crazy railgun boat that I absolutely have not set up yet. What's going on here? Oh, that is... Okay, so the Legionary Cruiser... Ah, okay, so that makes sense. So the Julian can go away. I get the Praetorian right here. We'll use a mixture of small X-ray lasers with a decent amount of other stuff as well. So the Praetorian is pretty much ready, so that's pretty powerful to say the least. For only a meager 88 minerals, we'll be able to re-spec all of that stuff. Plus, we get a bunch of additional armies ready to rock and roll. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to attach those armies to our capital fleet fairly soon as well. We're only halfway on our fleet cap right now, which is pretty good. So, mineral and energy-wise is a little bit worrying. Now, that's a bunch of people saying, hey, man, why don't you just colonize all these other planets? Well, I could. I'm actually really tempted to, especially this tropical world over here. It's decent. This one's got a lot of tech on it. Mainly because it no longer... The planets only give you 5% malice. Ooh, advanced combat rolls. And, ooh, hello there, Particle Lance. Ooh. I would like... 77 months, though, is pretty expensive. 29 months, proton launchers, which are quite good. The plasma cannons are too expensive, so let's go for advanced combat rolls for now. Britannia is doing nice. We're up positive in the food again, so that's good. Let's just get a couple of service in there. Okay, so the great game. Unity output per neighboring rival will increase by 10%. That's great. In addition, we now have access to war doctrines, which basically means that we can spec our fleets a little bit better. We have also just unlocked an Assumption perk here. We've got a bunch of options. We could go Voidborn, which allows us to unlock the habitat and basically blow up our production quite significantly. Interstellar Dominion is not really all that interesting at this point of time. The Flesh is weak is kind of interesting, as well as Engineered Evolution. A robot upkeep being reduced and robot build speed, as well as improving ourselves with cybernetic implants. We're going to leave that open, and open to the comments, actually, on what we should do here. What do you guys think? Should I go for Enigmatic Engineering once I get the Enigmatic Fortress, which is horribly bugged from what I understand, as well as maybe some of the other perks? Who knows? Who knows? Okay, so our fleets are in space. We should probably get a general on that, but just about... Oh my, they're all just adaptable generals. That is less than optimal. Let's just merge all this stuff up and get them ready to attack Planetary. So our fleet is upgraded, I believe. Yes, we got a bunch of cruisers in here. No battleships. Let's go into our fleet manager. I have a battleship design added. One fleet needs to be reinforced with 3 ships, which would cost 16. I'm pretty sure this is incorrect. This number should be the total number this would cost to reinforce, but I'm pretty damn sure that is not the case. Where are they right now? They are in Belva's Maelstrom, so we should probably set this to another shipyard. So let's assign these guys over here. Never push this button. It's not a good idea. It deletes everything, basically. It's never a good idea, to say the least. Gene expressions. Gene modding +1, which could be kind of useful. How long would that take? 52 months. Naval Academy, on the other hand, is even better. And the living state, which would be good for maximum influences for a faction, would be nice as well. I'm going to go for Fleet Academy because of the bonuses I can get on ships. And our Chancellor has died. That is highly unfortunate, and we can't really afford getting any new ones at the moment. So you... Yes, is that this fleet? It most definitely is. We're going to merge this fleet up with our capital fleet. And then we're going to continue building up. Destroyers' hull points has been increased, which makes them more powerful, which is exactly what we need. Platform, fusion missiles. We can get Citadel to get the Citadel class. Battleship hulls to increase. Living metal is now finally below 100, so that's nice. Explosive weapon damage, that's missiles. I'm not really using those. We could go for fusion missiles, just to fleshen that out a little bit. Let's go to our fleet manager. And we've got a new mandate. And it was a researcher who has so decided to move on to greener pastures. I don't have really any good options here, so let's just get a random scientist in there. We'll swap them out later. Thankfully, they're being paid for with energy these days rather than with the good old influence like back in the day. 58 months. Wow, that's super long. Until our next thing. That is highly unfortunate. Okay, so these guys are growing quite exponentially at the moment in terms of territory. They got a lot of space over here. I think we got claims on several of their... Yeah, they're equivalent. The fleet power is equivalent, but I know their ships are pretty much incompetent compared to ours. Yeah, they still got tier 1 armor, which we will chew through like nothing. And even chemical thrusters level 1 is just so bad. And they're really focusing on missiles. There's point defense on almost every single one of their ships. And they have 0 cruisers as well. So that's unfortunate for them once I start rolling out our battleships. Which is kinda, in all honesty, do I want battleships in this fleet? Like, it's great to knock down stations and whatnot. But if the enemy only has destroyers and cruisers, why would I need battleships in my fleet? Because their guns are... Let's take a look here. Their guns, what are we using on the Praetorians? They're all mediums, and a couple of larges, and a couple of smalls. So the destroyers will be destroyed, ironically, quite quickly here. But the largers are basically useless when it comes to tracking all the small stuff. So on paper, I kind of would want to get the more interesting stuff. And considering they're so far behind in technology, enigmatic engineering is actually really attractive. Because it means that they cannot really tech up by stealing our stuff. Which I think is a good thing. Let's merge all this stuff up while the fleet is on the move. Synth Enthy Science Without Borders. Are we actually rivaled with you? Yes, we are. So we're getting influence from that. That is good. Population-wise, we're still lagging behind a little bit. Okay. Fusion missiles. Cruiser build time. Decreased power. Oh, mineral processing plant 2 would be nice. As well as impulse thruster. But the mineral processing plant 2 is actually really good for us. So. But we're slowly but steadily getting the fleet into position. So their armada is just over 5k. They got 2 fleets, and we've got a little bit more than that. We also, and I need to take a look at this, is our war doctrine. So we can do defense in depth, which means that our home territory fire rate will increase by 10%. We have hit and run and rapid deployment. Rapid deployment is actually really nice because it means that we can cover a lot of space and be really quick. So our sublight speed, considering we have to cross systems now in order to get to the next jump point, as well as weapon range, is really good. So we're going to go with that. We're also going to increase our food stockpiling to balance so we no longer have that food issue we had earlier. Orbital Bombardment, where are you? Indiscriminate, that's good. So that is set, so we'll be bombing stuff into the ground as much as we can. Right now we're just waiting for our troops to merge with the rest of our capital fleet and then take it from there. Okay. I'm actually really apprehensive of adding more battleships to this fleet because they are very expensive. I could add more battleship designs. These are a mixture of railguns and plasmas. We could afford this. Three more destroyers. Or I can add an additional cruiser and a destroyer. Let's do that. So we'll have a little bit more firepower. Like I said, considering our prospective enemy does not... Ooh, what's this? Hold on. Did I just see another fleet just floating by? If we get enigmatic engineering, we should actually be able to see a little bit further into their territory. We do have a listening post. And remember, it is very useful to know what's going on. Because this also increases our sensor range by 2. But like I said, we're going to keep this open for my viewers to pick. And I know that you guys are all very good at this sort of thing, so we got a lot of options there. Okay, so what's this? Just a transport fleet. Do they know we're coming? Okay, the transport fleet consists of 9 ships, including this one. They probably have split their fleets up into something a little bit smaller. We can reinforce the fleet. Let's do that. Okay. So our transport fleet is on standby right now with our capital fleet. So as soon as our capital fleet is reinforced, knowing what we know when it comes to what they have, as well as in terms of the defenses, we should be in a decent position to start pushing through. Now we got 3 lines of attack here. So we want to take our first target. We can go for Sabik or Trabalor. And this one has an FTL trap on it. That's 800 fleet power on this station. They are reinforcing right now. Should we reinforce our defenses here? Yeah, we can't afford it at the moment. That's a shame. So let's take a quick look here at our platform designer. Yeah, we need to put more railguns on this. Okay, good. Excellent. We'll build those up shortly. Okay, so they have... Like, on paper, we should be able to handle this relatively easily. So we're at 6.6 fleet power right now. We are reinforced. We are ready to go. Let's go to war. Let's go and do this. Actually, can I force them to... Yeah, let's go to war. Let's take our claims. Let's do this. There we go. Declaration of war has been made. So let's move our capital fleet into our first target area. We're not going to set our fleet to aggressive. Okay, so got the neutral fleets moving out. The only reason we know this stuff is here because of our allied Zumstade ship that is floating around here. Okay, so we got some targets. That's 2,500. Okay, their smaller armada is pretty small. Okay, so it's negligible. Alright, engaging the first station. Are they using missiles? Okay, so their stations are in fact using missiles. Do we have any attrition on any of our ships? It doesn't look like it. Good. So we've managed to take our first system. Our first target is going to be in range. It's going to be on Travelore. Now we need to keep a real close eye on other destinations. So they're most likely going to go for this system. So let's increase our firepower over here. Fleet Academy is incredibly good, and we will build that soon. A terrestrial sculpting, so we can do some terraforming. We don't have any terraforming materials available. Vitality boosters, on the other hand, getting a little bit more... Ooh, you're going over there. Interesting. Okay, so here's our first planetary target. Let's try to take down this station as well as this single corvette that's just managed to jump out. Let's slow things down a little bit. And as you can see, the corvettes are just moving forward with a bunch of missiles as well. That looks mostly like Robo Armies. We got a couple of Principi in here. Yeah, a couple of Principi. And the destroyers, a couple of cruisers, the legionaries. Should be more than enough to take the station down. They got 2 defense platforms. I'm not too concerned. Like I said, the shields are down. And I know that their armor should be pretty bad. Yes, it's all large nano composites. Whereas our plasmas should be able to take care of that. So, but their shields are pretty good. So they're tier 3 shields, but the armor is garbage. But our fleet design should allow to cut through that quite quickly with all the plasmas we got. Let's not keep track of enemy fleet movements, though. There they are. So we got a small armada moving in. They're attacking a starbase, most likely this one in Dorfil, which has a decent amount of fleet power. I don't have enough resources to put another defensive platform on there, but we have additional resources to deal with that stuff. Tachyon sensors would be very useful. Disruptor is not something that I'm particularly keen on. Hyperdrives, however, definitely are. They are most likely moving into this position. Will they have the fleet power to deal with that? It's a lot of corvettes. Okay, so we managed to take this. Medium disruptor. What is our attrition like? We haven't lost anything, and the fact that we're focusing mostly on shields means that we are doing fairly well. We're going to ignore this technology for the moment. I don't think we've lost anything so far. No. Well, we could surrender if we really wanted to. But that would be bad. What would that mean? Automatically peace, yeah. Defenders. The Roman Empire is forced to adopt the ethos and government form of the Zulaban Covenant. That is... Yeah, let's not do that. Okay, let's bomb this planet. What can we do here? Let's bomb this a little bit heavier. There's a bunch of defenders here. The garrison strength is pretty bad. Like I said, we want to keep an eye on these. Okay, so they're not moving in just yet. Okay. Can we defeat one of their fleets in situ? Okay. Where are you going? They're attacking Starbase. Which one? It's not particularly clear which one they want to go for. For now, at least. But we're bombing the planet whilst they are making their moves. If we can find their... Yeah, we got a little bit more firepower than they do. Can we reinforce anything? Well, we don't need to. The fleet is currently sitting at a decent amount of strength. 96% hull points. Come on, where are you going? Oh, you're going to Kogan. Interesting. So they're sending a small fleet out to take care of that system. Which is fine by me. We can also reinforce this system which would be an interesting idea. Let's add another defense platform here. So this system is fairly well defended. Nah, the platform is pretty garbage, actually, as he says. 1.1, and this is a slightly more advanced station. Same thing with this station as well. It's 1.3, but it's not really focused on attack or anything like that. There you are. So, okay, so what do we got here? We got 346 military strength. Yeah, they're starting to buckle. We've bombed some of their stuff into the ground. They are xenophiles, nomadic xenophiles. Interesting. Okay, let's land our armies and see what we can do. Okay, these guys are attacking the starbase. It's 97 points. That was to be expected. So we're on the ground. Our robot armies should make... Okay. Okay, that was to be expected. So let's intercept them. Is this a good idea or not? That's what I'm wondering. It is not. It was most definitely is not a good idea. Let them mess around with that station. I don't have the biggest issue with that because the planetary damage, the planetary support needs to continue. There we go. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay, we've successfully destroyed that. They've bypassed that system as expected. Where are you guys going? We're just bouncing back and forth. Okay, what do we got here? We have 2 smaller fleets. We are still at an advantage. Are they merging? It looks like they are not merging, actually. Interesting. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to sit here a little bit at range because we know they're coming. At least I think I know we're coming. Yeah, okay, so they're coming through. And they're using mostly lasers and disruptors. Now, the disruptors we really don't want to engage at point blank because they do a pretty serious amount of damage. So we're going to try to engage them at the maximum amount of range possible. There we go. Wait, oh wait, so we got the station, which we wanted anyway, for the resources. And they will jump in shortly. Where's that other fleet? It doesn't look like they're trying to release the fleet. Just there they are. Okay. And I think they're... Okay, so their armies are actually moving in with that as well, which is exactly what we want, because we want to destroy these targets right here, these transport ships. So, you guys have disruptors, but they're going to be useless, because our long-range kinetics should take care of that. And they have like a bunch of point defense on here. Yeah, exactly. And a bunch of lasers that I'm not really concerned about. I'll lose a couple of ships in this fight, but on paper this should be an overwhelming victory considering their shields are melting quite heavily here. Yeah, our cruisers are in good positions. They're jumping out their ships. And I'm really after these ones right here. Those are my primary targets. Door fill, it's 2.5, so that's our main station over here. They're not going to be able to get into this system at all. We got an entire line of FTL blockers right here, so they're not even going to try to get through. In the meantime, what we're also going to do is we are going... How many minerals do we have? We have enough. So the destroyers are actually really powerful, 1.6. But it's actually 1.6k worth. The Rorarii are the ones with the missiles. I don't want more of those. I want more Principe. So let's... So we got 3 Belvaris Maelstrom stations, which is right on the front line. Yeah, ready to reinforce those. The fight itself over here is going really well. Their fleet power has been emancipated, for the lack of a better word. And we should be able to... So there's a term in military tactics called the victory in detail. Now, even though our combined fleet powers are pretty much equal, they have spread out their fleets way too much for them to be capable of defending versus one of our combined fleets. So basically, we're in the process of ripping one of their detailed fleets completely apart. There we go. Okay, that's good. Let me quickly pop over. Did they jump out? It looks like they did. Okay. Did we destroy... I don't know. Did we not destroy anything here? We lost 3 corvettes. Barrier point defense we can get out of this, and a small disruptor. Now, with that fleet pushed out, we should be able to do another push. How strong is our fleet? So we're at 92% armor, or at least hull. One of our corvettes is very low. But the shields are all regenerating, and that's pretty much what we need. So this is their... Where is their other capital fleet? Is it still at home? It's not to be found anywhere. There it is. Attacking Starbase. Now we can't get to them directly, sadly, because they are behind several FTL traps. And we can only exit these systems from the entry point that we have. And this makes this system a big problem, even though we've managed to take control of it. We could force status quo at some point. We're only 16% away from that. And that would basically mean that we flip all these systems. And we got this one. It's 51 fleet power. How strong is this? 160. And we could make a push for it. Where are you guys going? You're attacking a starbase. Let's speed things up a little bit. Can we reinforce our fleet from that location? No, because we're already at full. Oh, right. The 3 corvettes are our new Principes that are coming in. That's fine. We can use that. We're going to add one more Principe. Is that going to work? 232? Not just yet. Okay. So it means that we didn't actually lose any ships. There is their transport fleet. I do want to destroy this. I want to destroy this transport fleet as soon as we can. Attacking... Where are you guys going? Following the mini... I don't think we're going to be able to intercept this, even though they have chemical thrusters, which makes them incredibly slow. The spaceport is incredibly weak as well. Okay, there's another... The Kiri Armada. Can we intercept them? Are our fleets going to be fast enough? Maybe. No, we've just bypassed them for the spaceport. That is a shame. But we will flip the system. And that's just resources that are now in our hands. But the problem is the FTL trap is centralized around this planet. Now the real question is, considering we have this FTL trap... Now the FTL trap is on the starbase. Okay, so... Where are you guys going? Looks like they're going to try to go for Travelore. Merging with Kiri Armada. That's 1 corvette. We may need to fall back to Calicor. Yeah, I think that would be a safe option. Where are you guys going? Attacking Starbase. No orders. Okay, so this fleet is just standing by. I have no idea where their other capital fleet is. We can reinforce it though, so... Let's quickly fall back to another position. We are at 6.8k fleet power, so we could fall back to a 3.5 fleet power fleet. But if we take this planet, we do take them out of the equation. Although that's their... Yeah, they're going to try to reinforce that. So let's fall back here. And make sure they don't take this system. Yeah, they are moving to intercept. Bunch of destroyers in there. I'm not really too concerned. But they're going to try to take back this planet. Thankfully, our fleet is on standby. And there we go. They're already here. And with the support of the station, we should be at a massive advantage here. As you can see, they're already trying to fall back here. But the station is already doing a number on their ships. And in combination with all the kinetics that we have, we are in an advantage at both range. But they have so many ships, though. Look at that. Okay. Military Academy Fortress would be nice. Energy Siphon I'm not particularly keen on. Let's go for modification of genes. Like, even though their fleet is significantly large, our individual fleet power is actually higher. We're now at 7K. We got a couple of our ships disengaging, which is not the end of the world. But a 36% war score, especially with this fleet battle coming up. I do need to keep an eye on this other fleet that's floating around. Yes, their transport fleet's right here. It's only one, though. That's their other armada. We didn't manage to push armada. And these guys are trying to attack a starbase. Probably in the offensive variety, though. But yeah, our ships are shredding them right now, which is exactly what we were going for to begin with. Mineral processing plant, we did talk about that a little bit earlier on. Ripper autocannon. It does 100% shield damage, but almost no armor damage. Man, what's the range on those? 30. That's almost no range. Swarmer missiles, 100% shield penetration, doesn't do any bonuses to anything else. Space torpedoes, wow, are crazy good. And the strike craft, how long is that going to take? 24 months? I do want to get more strike craft. Yeah, their fleet is being pretty pummeled. As their weapons are... Okay, how much did we win here? We did not destroy any of their ships, from what I can see. Yeah, and our leader did level up, so... He now has Jester and Fleet Logistician, plus that, so... What's this? Okay. Not really all that interesting. Cool. What's this? That's a transport fleet. Let's take the time to reinforce our fleet with whatever we need. 2.9. Yeah, we lost one Principe. That was to be expected. I'm just a little bit concerned that our choice of waiting with there we go. I want you to die. Or go after the yeah, that's positive as well. There we go. Okay, I just need the transport fleet dead. That's all I want. If the transport fleet is dead, they can't really do anything. Yeah, because like I said, if that transport fleet is dead, they do not have the I don't think they'll have the resources to come back. Maybe they're gonna try to push onto this planet. Trying orbit over Zephyr. Where's this? Zephyr. That's the Travelor system. No, it's a Glecko. It's at Zephyr. Of Zephyr. I have no idea which planet that is. Is that maybe the planet? Oh, it's a planet in here. Okay, so it's a planetary defense. So, I'm kind of annoyed by the fact that I can't see what I've been killing. That'd be nice. We could fall back for a second to our station in the Maelstrom. Because we are right on the front lines anyway. Or we could make a push. We have 2 of their planets in control. Let's go in here. Like, I would like to have this system and this system. Yeah, app. That would be a good additional... Like, they are at 61% war... Yeah, their transport fleet is pretty toast. Where is your fleet going? Yeah, I thought as much. Okay, so they've moved in here. So let's get the Legio 1. They're going to try to release this planet here. They will go after the station, which is a little bit unfortunate. I could have built up a couple of defense stations here, actually, funnily enough. Yeah, our fleet is very rapidly trying to redeploy across the system. Whilst their destroyers and corvettes are trying to reinforce that. They will flip the system. Unless we are on time. Which I don't... Oh, wait, they jumped out? Wait, what? Interesting. Okay, so they've jumped out. Then I will take the opportunity... Wait, hold on. Why can I not jump straight into that system? Oh, right, because we never took the planet. Okay, so we only have one entry point into that system. These guys are most likely going to try to relieve the Maw. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to split up the fleet and move you guys into a strategic location across here to reinforce this. Our economy is a little bit in the shitter right now. We do need a new admiral. If we can afford one. You are going over here. Yeah, you can continue bombing, and you should follow the second Legio. Legio... Actually, that's the wrong way of spelling it. There we go. Legio 2. Ah, crap. I can't get any more leaders. Do I have any spare leaders anywhere? Do I have a governor? Wait, I've not been used... Oh my god. Alright, because you're stubborn. Right, I remember now. It appears that I have not been using a governor. That is annoying. Adaptable. That is... That was just stupid. I should have been using a governor for the longest time. Because my economy was just not dealing with that very well. Okay, so you guys are moving in here. That was to be expected. There is their other armada. So, where is my secondary fleet? Okay, just moving towards the black hole. With my admiral. So, as soon as we've taken this system, we should be in a pretty good spot. Okay, we just want to jump out. Like, a Devil's Maw is most likely gonna fall, but the First Legion is moving in right now. It's got a bunch of cruisers, it's got a bunch of corvettes, and a bunch of destroyers. There we go. Yeah, they're trying to flip the station right now. Let's slow things down a little bit. Yeah, as soon as they are jumping out very quickly here. And this guy doesn't have any armor left. This is what you get when you're mostly running with point defense. But this may not have been the best of ideas. We still have a station, though. What does a black hole actually do? Disengagement chances reduction, emergency FTL cooldown. So this is basically a fight to the death right now. Let's just get our troops on the ground. Let's hope that the fight will last long enough for our... Yeah, they appear to have serious problems engaging my shields. What's this? That's a smaller armada. That's 2200 fleet power. Let's reinforce our Legion number 1. Like, I could take these I could take these systems now. Yeah. Demanding surrender. Like, why? Have I got a defeat in Trabalor? Oh, it's probably a station. Devil's Maw, that was a station. Yeah, we really put a number on their war exhaustion with all these space, with all this combat. So the Maw is currently in a decent spot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to take Asgard. Oh no, I think we're going to lose our army. Yeah, we will. That's unfortunate. But we could force the status quo very soon. Hopefully. Yeah, let's try to force the status quo. We've accepted the offer. Good. So we've taken one system with its Kleco and 2 other systems as well. Yeah, we actually took 3 systems. Kogan, Trabalor, and the Devil's Maw. Our invasion is over. We've managed to destroy whatever they had. And our first thing is going to be to create a vassal. Name, randomize. We can turn this into something. Germania Minor. There we go. So now we have a vassal. Can we give this system away? It doesn't look like it's a case. We're gonna go and move the fleets back. Let's send them back to a decent location, back in towards the Maelstrom to heal up. Our economy is doing just fine. I'm not entirely sure how this stuff works in terms of vassals and all that, but we'll find that out soon enough. It looks like our admiral is also dead, so that's unfortunate. Our general is also dead, so that's unfortunate. But we did manage to grab a little bit out of this. Plus, we can upgrade our mineral processing plant on one of our more important locations. So yeah, we're gonna go wrap up the episode here. Looks pretty good so far. We did a quick war and not too shabby whatsoever. Like we showed them, like it's a kind of a first contact situation with warfare. We didn't use battleships at all because it didn't feel that we needed them, or at least invest in those, considering they were using mostly destroyers and corvettes. So cruiser size max would pretty much be the best option there. They're still equivalent to us. Their technology is definitely inferior. But I'm hoping that maybe using the option of going for enigmatic engineering would be a good one. Engineered evolution is pretty good as well because of the technology and resource boost, and the flesh is weak because robots. Eternal vigilance, mastery of nature would be cool. Voidborn, definitely very cool. Anyway, we're gonna go wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take good care of yourselves. And as always, each other.